What's up? Today we're going to do another video exposing trading scams that are being promoted by influencers, and in this video is going to be Driver Dave. I've made two similar videos like this one already, exposing other people for doing the same thing, as it's really popular these days. So if you're new to the channel and are interested in that, I'd appreciate if you watch them as well. I also made one that outlines the steps you take to spot these scams, and hopefully it prevents you from losing your money. But if you've seen my videos before, I appreciate you coming back, and I hope you like this one just as much. And if there are any other people you'd like me to cover or any other topics to do with trading or not, just let me know in the comments and I will do just that. But let's get to it. Driver Dave, another relatively big influencer from Birmingham, known within the auto industry for his highly energetic and humorous videos, involving various challenges, drifting and modified cars, often can be spotted hanging out with and recording videos alongside DMO DJ. Another person that's been making a presence in this disgusting business, but I've already made a separate video about him. In the recent months, Driver Dave has been making posts on Instagram that show off his lifestyle, essentially turning into another lifestyle influencer for obvious reasons. To make impressions on vulnerable people, while showing off his rich lifestyle, Driver Dave started promoting a trading signal telegram and saying that trading is the reason he can afford such a rich life, despite having no previous knowledge in trading. And I'll give you a tip, guys: if you're looking for a signal group, make sure the person doing them actually has some knowledge about it. But I decided to dig into it because I've received many comments asking about it, so here it is. I went ahead and found Driver Dave on Instagram, and there it was, a link to a Telegram group under the name I Need Money Hotline. Didn't expect it to be called anything different, to be honest. So of course, I sent them a message and received this generic voice message similar to all the other groups, supposedly from Driver Dave, but of course this is just an automated message to make it easier.
Yes, champ, how are ya? If you're here, I'm guessing you want to earn some serious cash. But as you know, I have thousands of people messaging me per day to start, but a lot of them are not serious and they're just tire kickers. So if you're not a messer and you're ready to make some serious cash today, message me back saying I'm ready. And by the way, this is 100% free. Let's fucking go.
Starting off, we again have the usual promises about some serious cash, and as always, the mention of thousands of people messaging them, as they're just to create a feeling of scarcity and make you feel like you're a special one, but in reality, you're not. You might be a bit special if you do invest your money with them, but let's carry on. There is no limited spaces, they will sign up anybody that they can. And once again, you're told that it's for completely free, when we all know that it's not, but you'll see in a minute. So I did what he said and told him that I'm ready, and in return, I got this voice message right here.
Let's go, champ. So you're ready to make some life-changing cash with the team, yeah? The first step is to make a trading account where you deposit at least £300. But obviously, champ, the more money you put in, the more money you make. For example, champ, if you can afford to deposit £500, do it because you'll make more money. By the way, this money is fully yours and you can withdraw it at any given time whenever you feel like it. So I'm going to send you a link right now. Follow all the instructions below. And please, if you have any questions at all, just reach out and message the team. Nice one.
And here we begin. Here are the first two red flags. We are asked to sign up to a broker, most likely an unregulated offshore broker, in order to be added to the signal group. The second red flag being the minimum of £300 deposit. Why is this? Because if we put in less than that, Driver Dave will not receive his commission for you signing up. So it's not free after all, is it? After that, I got sent this message along with the link to his chosen broker, in this case Kudo Trading. Straight away, I see another two red flags, that being 1 to 500 leverage, which only unregulated offshore brokers can provide due to the UK regulations allowing maximum 1 to 30 leverage on Forex. So that straight away tells you what you need to know. And the second one caught me off guard a bit, a 100% deposit bonus. So when you put in £300, they give you 600. In what universe do people give out money like that? What's stopping you from cashing all of that out? Even if they have a rule where you have to make a certain amount of money first, they must be very sure you're going to lose it all. But let's skip all that. I went ahead and started digging into Kudo trades, and even though I didn't find what I would like, I found some more interesting things. Usually, my first thing would be to go and look for answers on Reddit, but to my surprise, there wasn't a single thing about it. Not even posts saying it's good, meaning that it's a relatively new broker. Next, I checked reviews where I found numerous people complaining about withdrawal, as well as a lot of positive reviews, but what are the chances that they're actually real? After this, I checked their FCA website, and once again nothing, no mention of these guys, which confirms the fact that they are not regulated, but there wasn't any warning about them either. So once again, this is definitely a fresh broker. I thought I couldn't just leave it at that and had to find some more information, even though I already knew it's a scam. That's because of the other red flags and this guy being associated with DMO who does the same thing in the same way. But there wouldn't be a point of me making this video if I didn't find anything else. And I did end up finding some shady things that would personally put me off, but that's up to you to decide. For anyone that comes at me in the comments saying that it's not enough proof or that I should try it and then call it a scam, I haven't got the money to waste to do so. so you can go ahead and try it yourself. And if you think any of these guys are going to make you rich, then good luck. When you go on the website, you are welcomed with this message, now fully confirming the fact that they are not regulated. But also here we can see it says that it's not directed at customers from the UK, meaning they shouldn't be and are not allowed to conduct business with people from the UK due to lack of regulation. This is smart because it's illegal for them to advertise to people in the UK, and they're not. Driver Dave is doing it for them. Moving on, I found a Let Us Help page on which you can see this address in Mauritius, which is the country in which they received authorization and are being regulated by the authority, as you can see by looking at the footer of the page. When I pressed on the address, there was no Kudo trades there, and when I went ahead and typed Kudo trade on Google Maps, surprisingly that took me to an address in UAE in Dubai, even though they are restricted from carrying out business there. Very weird, but that's not all. Let's go back to this picture. They claim here that they are supposedly authorized to carry out business and are regulated by the Financial Services Commission of Mauritius. And I also found a picture of a certificate in the legal documents page on the website. It's a global business license that's been granted by the FSC of Mauritius. But has it really been granted to them? When I took the license number and put it into the register, there was absolutely zero records, not even when I put in Kudo trades. So are they really regulated there, or have they faked a document just to make it more believable? Another thing that says on that footer is that they are a registered company in St. Lucia. But once again, after typing the number they provided into the company register of St. Lucia, there was zero records. Definitely something shady going on. We have no clue if they are even regulated or authorized by anybody, or where they might be set up. But I have a couple more things, so stay tuned. My next step was trying to find them on LinkedIn, and in fact, here they are. I went on the people page to see who's working there and if I could find anything interesting, and I found this guy. I couldn't press on him because he was not in my network, but as you can see, he's the head of the brokerage. So I decided to look around and I found his LinkedIn. Here he is. The reason I wanted to find this is because I wanted to see his previous jobs to see if I can find a pattern. So I checked up on some of his previous jobs on the FCA website, and this is what I found. First of all, we got ZenFineX. Turned out to be a clone of an actual company, so this was a good find. Second company was Amana Trade, and as you can see, they also got warned about it being a clone of a company. And lastly, I found this report which was about removing permissions to operate in the UK for the companies mentioned, which UFX and EuroPerfect are companies that he both worked at. Very interesting pattern here. Seems like he just keeps working in scam companies, but I could be wrong. This is pretty much everything that I found. If you guys come at me saying that this is incomplete proof, maybe it's not. But it would be more than enough to stop me from risking £300, where some of you, it might be your only £300. So I hope I helped. All I'm trying to do is show you what's going on below the surface, and show you the things that you might not consider, so it's your choice to decide what you want to do. Now, why is it important that you find yourself a regulated broker? For many reasons, actually. I mean, why is a broker in the first place? A broker is essentially the middleman between you and the stock market. It's the company who forward your trades to the trade books and charge you a fee for doing so. Now, you obviously got brokers which are trustworthy and regulated, for example, IC markets, which are there to simply give you access to the stock market. And there are also hundreds of dodgy ones set up offshore, which you should avoid for various reasons, as they are there to make profits from you and pay influencers commission per sign up to advertise. A dodgy broker may charge you unnecessarily high fees and offer really bad spreads on trades, as well as often really high leverage, for example 1 to 500. Meaning for every £1 you put in, they put in 500, which is a disaster for new traders because if you don't use proper risk management, you'll lose all your money quickly. Another important thing is that under UK regulations, there is something called negative balance protection, meaning that if you open a trade and it goes horribly wrong, the broker is forced to close it before your balance goes into negatives, to stop you from owing money to the broker. An unregulated broker will not have this, meaning that you are able to go below zero, and in turn have to pay for what you lost. This coupled with really high leverage is a dangerous game, and you may suffer great losses. But that will be it for this video. I appreciate you making it to the end of the video, and I'd appreciate even more if you left a like or a sub. But also, please let me know in the comments what you think about it, if you think it's a scam or not. And as I said, let me know if there are any other people or topics you want me to cover. And remember, 90% of people lose 90% of their capital in 90 days. I'll see you in another video.